It's been 2 weeks since I've had surgery. I am finally at the end of my being laid up surgical journey, and it's been a long 2 weeks. I had the same surgery done in November, and I'll be honest, this time was way better. Way better. I knew what to expect. I knew what not to do. So it's gone fairly well, but I get a little stir crazy being laid up. My life, I was conditioned to work, to hustle, to work harder, to be better. And I did. I did. I did everything in my power to do those things. And I believe that overdoing that stuff is a big contributor to the fibromyalgia. But here's the fucking truth, okay? I was a single mom. I didn't have somebody there doing it with me. I didn't have regular support for babysitters. I didn't have somebody to run ideas off of. I did it on my own, and the timing of when I happened to have my son just was such that it didn't align with my friends. I had friends that had kids younger than, they had kids when we were younger, and then I got to my mid-20s and had a kid and lived in San Francisco, and nobody was having kids yet. And so I didn't have the chance to rest, to be completely honest. There were times I was really sick and I just had to go through it because there was nobody and I had my son to take care of. In fact, I didn't always do a good job because of that. But I just didn't have support I needed for a lot of his life. And as a result, I lost my ease, my flow with rest. And what I mean by that is I really struggled to just let myself rest. I suspect I've developed ADHD as an adult because my mind really struggles to focus. But what I do know for certain is that even as I'm reading and I'm learning and I'm trying to get homework done so I can get certifications and all these things for this pivot into my new life, I struggle to even just sit down and read. I'll read a page, maybe two, and then my mind goes and I feel like I've got to get up and be doing something. So all that to say, being laid up for 2 weeks where I literally have to keep weight off of one of my feet and it makes it hard to get around. It really teaches you some fucking resting skills, I'll tell you what. I was conditioned that action equated excellence and success. That was all there was to it. I was called lazy a lot. I believed I was lazy a lot. And the reality is that I sometimes let fear paralyze me into a place where I don't take action needed. But that doesn't mean I have to be taking action all the fucking time. Your girl needs to take a fucking rest. But here's the thing. Remember, our goal with natural medicine is to get our body to a neutral, homeostatic place where it can just exist and be strong and be healthy and help let you sleep and let you move. Athletes know it. The most fit, competitive athletes in the world undoubtedly have a schedule that has a ton of action in it, but I guarantee there is some rest in there that is cemented in, non-negotiable. You got to sit your ass down and rest. Resting is a cycle that really happens more in life than you realize. If you grill a steak, you're supposed to let it rest to get the best results, to let the blood soak back in so it doesn't just gush out when you get in. Rest is a crucial part of the cycle of life. You can't do any of the things you need to do really well unless you are really well, holistically. So, as with everything else, it's about balance. But make sure you do give yourself time to rest. And by time to rest, that means rest. You don't have to work or do something. Just sit the fuck down. Take some breaths and just rest. It's part of the process.